So tell me about who you are, first of all.
My name is Todd Hart. Um, I'm a concrete finisher for a small residential contractor. I've been I have a wife and two sons. I'm everyday people. I've been a smoker for 30 years. Um, I have tried several attempts at quitting smoking over those 30 years and have never been able to complete it. Um, I smoke on average probably a pack to a pack and a half a day, depending how long the day may be.
Um, so with quitting smoking, what are some of the failures that you've experienced in the past? Maybe methods you've tried or kind of personal things that came up that have inhibited you from quitting smoking?
Um, I came from an alcoholic family, and I did used to drink. I 23 years ago, I stopped drinking cold turkey. I was able to do that and not have any reservations. Um, I thought that that was one method that I should be able to use because I'm fairly strong-willed, and I often, if I don't want to do something, I don't do it. Um, some other things that I've tried e-cigarettes, um, and never really gotten any kind of good response by doing that. Not that they're not effective for other people. Um, I think that the lack of the constant nicotine is something that has allowed me to fail at some of the attempts that I've made. However, I do think that the amount of stress that my job sometimes promotes, and I've held different positions as in management and upper management that have driven me to smoke more oftentimes, and not as um, not being able to control it and smoke without reason, just because of the lack of the nicotine in my system.
So why now, after 30 years of smoking, trying to quit, but why have you recently sought treatment for ending your addiction to nicotine and smoking?
The course of the events of the last week that have been in my life, I I've had the opportunity to work for a wonderful guy, a concrete contractor. He was off on vacation this last week, and I was asked to kind of run things. Before he left, I had been to the doctor and had what they considered to be a case of bronchitis, and because of the weather and the events that have happened over the last week, I was unable to maybe take the time off that I needed to. Um, this illness was magnified to a point where I was almost not being able to breathe on Monday. I contacted my doctor, my local doctor, and needed to get in and try to get something to help me alleviate the pain and see where I was at physically. I went to the doctor on Tuesday. The prognosis was that I've let the sickness or illness increase to a bronchial pneumonia status. At that point, I was given a couple options, and I chose the one that didn't confine me to a hospital. I was given some antibiotics, and at that time, my doctor instructed me, the thing that's killing you is your smoking, so you need to put those away. Literally, the thing that was killing me. So I asked for his suggestion on treatment.
And you opted for a patch treatment. Is
That's
that
correct.
correct?
Right.
How long have you been on the patch as of today?
That's what's prompted me to put this video together. My goal was to start to quit smoking on March 1st, which was Saturday. I of 2014. Um, my job promoted me to a point where I needed to continue, and I figured my boss, the guy that I worked for, was going to be back on Friday, and I felt that I would be able to concentrate on stopping smoking. Up until Saturday morning at 7:15, I smoked probably 6 cigarettes. I was up at 4 in the morning as a result of my sickness and coughing, and I was up. I took our dogs out for a walk, and I, through habitual, things that over my lifespan, I take them out for a walk, have a cigarette while I'm walking them, and come back into the house. I don't smoke in our house. So at 7:15 on March 1st of 2014, the patch was applied to me. My wife helped me put it on, and I'm recovering from the nicotine addiction that I have.
So how have you felt since starting treatment? Is there a noticeable difference in your routine now?
Yes, very much so. This is it's been incredible and amazing. That's the reason for this video. I have been a smoker for 30 years, and before I do anything in the morning, I have a cigarette. It helps me get myself motivated and gives me the energy and the jump start that I need to continue with my daily activities. As I stated earlier, I've never smoked more than probably a pack and a half a day. And I work with guys that smoke 3-4 packs a day, and that's just, I'm around that all the time. It didn't dawn on me until my wife and I, after applying the patch, we got into the car to go do some grocery shopping and drop off some paperwork. We got halfway to our office, and I realized at that point I didn't have a cigarette in my mouth. Because one of the habitual things that I have is I do a lot of driving, and whenever I get into the car or truck and heading to work or heading anywhere, driving calms my nerves and allows me to, or driving but having a cigarette allows me, it calms my nerves and allows me to relax while I'm driving. So halfway through, like I say, I realized this is changing my life already, because it's 30 below out right now in Minnesota, and I constantly I hear from my wife stating that how cold it is, because I don't want to have secondhand smoke coming into her. I do whatever I can to protect her, so I usually have the window down a crack, allowing cold air to get in, and it's uncomfortable for her and me as well. So the car was warm. It was nice, but I had to literally think about what's different about this trip I'm taking to my boss's office.
So obviously you've had, people for years telling you, you should stop smoking. Doctors, family members, friends, people who've, given you the raw statistics. But is there something other than all that, other than the situation of the past week, that's driving you to stop smoking?
There truly is. I didn't state it earlier, I'm a Christian. I attend church on every Sunday. Part of the sermon series that we've been studying is based on Isaiah 54:2. And what that talks about is trying to reach people. And I truly believe that the Lord is speaking to me to try to help people stop smoking. It's based on generosity and having people giving of yourself to others and helping others. I'm very involved at our church with the youth program and other serving issues, and that works for me. It's something that I do and that I truly love. But I've been able to, the big reason I haven't been able to stop in the past is I'm afraid of failure, and that's true. I haven't, and I think that's a lot of why people have a hard time smoking or don't attempt to stop smoking. And what's working for me is in 24 hours, just the lack of a better term, the revelation or things that have gone on in my life, from going to having a cigarette in my mouth a lot of the day to not even really wanting one. I'm amazed, and I'm amazed for the simple fact that I haven't been able to do this on my own. So through some of through my doctor's recommendation on care and my faith and just my will and determination, this has become simple, and it's working. And I know as a smoker, there's not one of us out there that would not like to quit smoking and having this vice. It affects our health, it affects our pocketbook, and it affects those around us. And it's an inconvenience. Go out and smoke a cigarette when it's 30 below zero. It's hard to do and enjoy it, but we have to do it because we need that addiction. And it's a struggle that we all deal with. There are many struggles in life, and this is one that I'm going to overcome this time, and I'm going to leave in the dust. I truly believe that.
Did you want to read that passage from Isaiah?
Isaiah 54:2, and I'll read it real quick just because this is to try to kind of put you where we are in our study in church. Enlarge the place of your tent. Stretch your tent curtains wide. Do not hold back. Lengthen your cords and straighten your stakes. Now, to me, what I'm reading into that is the Lord wants me to reach out and touch as many people as I can. Not necessarily about my faith, but about the struggles that we all go through on a daily basis. And by putting this video series together, I hope I can help everyday people get away from the addiction of nicotine and give them a day-by-day, blow-by-blow experience that I'm having. And I'm not a doctor. I have no medical background at all. But what I'm trying to do is reach out to people and help them beat the addiction that I've had and help them succeed. We're all afraid of failure. I know that. We truly are. It's our DNA makeup. We don't want to fail. And what's working for me right now is I have no desire to smoke cigarettes. And I can show you right now on my workbench, I have a pack of cigarettes sitting out there on my workbench. And I actually went out there earlier before we started filming this and held them in my hands to see if I really wanted a cigarette. I don't. I feel that I'm free.
And will you continue to pursue that and help others in the coming weeks?
With all my heart, as God is my witness.